decided to do this because I wanted to spend some bonding time with my son.
It's enjoyable and you see a different side to your children. The creative side, they're just having the fun side.
We are working at present with Meadow School in Enfield, where we are doing the pilot for Exodus Take Part. And this project is in response of how the media, our politicians are misrepresenting immigrants, asylum seekers and refugees. How many of you, when you were born, lived in a different house from where you live now?
We have representatives of 53 different ethnic groups in school and over 30 home languages are spoken. That diversity is one of the strengths here.
Is about recognising our interdependence with others, common vulnerabilities in people, but also the great strengths in every individual.
The project happens both with children, but also with their families. There are 4 sessions where a lot of a theatrical journey happening that explores home, belonging journeys, and particularly unwanted journeys. And through exploring personal objects, we get a way of sharing a collective history of migration.
This project is about around the world and how we live, learning traditions from different countries. This is a tusbeh.
The fact that we're from different beliefs and backgrounds to understand what different families get up to at different times of the week.
Creative way to learn about the experiences of other people without necessarily those figures and the statistics.
I'd say it's about exploring new things and maybe pushing yourself outside your comfort zone.
But clearly we are an aerial theatre company, so 4 sessions for aerial, but in the sense of embedding a culture of yes I can and feeling powerful.
You build up your strength and your confidence, and I feel proud of myself.
Quite often it's the children that end up teaching the parents. They're together and they're gaining trust.
The project is 8 sessions plus 2 CPD sessions where we can embed a positive image of integration that can be taken beyond this project. What do you think is a home? Yeah.
A home is like a nest, like how birds have nests. It's like our nest, and it's where we all get together as a family.
Somewhere you can talk to your families and have discussion.
Home is where my family lives, and there's lots of love and laughter, and we eat together and we do things together.
Home to me means like a safe place that I can rely on when I'm in danger.
The definition of home is actually village, so means that a home is a community, is a kind of a center of the world. Rituals. What do we think rituals are?
It's like what you do every day. Wake up at the perfect time, have your cereal, do what you've got to do and look nice.
Praying. Praying definitely is a ritual. Yeah. Other rituals there? Yeah.
Ironing on a Sunday.
Yeah, that's a ritual. We love it. Okay, have a good look at your key, and now you can use it as a talisman. It's something kind of magical. This one is our talisman to our memory. And I'm going to guide you through your memory of your first home. And I don't know if it was in this country or another country. Try to remember what it looked like, the feeling, and what smell there is in the house. Now we are going to share the rituals that we used to do in that house.
In my old country, we used to get chickens, eggs, and fishes from the pond. And I was 2 years old.
And which was your old country?
Somalia.
Aha. And what did you do with the chicken eggs?
We cooked pancakes.
When my sister got married, we had some celebrations at home. When all our friends came over, there was lots of singing and dancing. There was lots of food. We all had henna patterns on our hands.
Now we need to choose one, which will become the one that we are enacting, means dramatizing. And we are going to create the home for the ritual.
We had to talk to each other and we had to make a team decision to decide whose ritual we was going to choose.
Putting the chicken in the pan, fish in the pond. Shall we choose this one?
I felt warm inside, kind of happy, thinking about my childhood and where I grew up and all my friends and family that visited that house that I grew up in.
It felt good for everybody else to act out my experience. It was nice, like everybody else seeing how it is to be me.
So you're going to talk about where you come from and where your family comes from, and we just share that journey.
My dad's from South Africa, and he travelled to South America on a boat and then got a plane from South America to England.
My grandparents are from Pakistan. My parents were born there.
My mum and dad are from Albania. When they got married, they moved to England.
What we are also exploring then is what happens when home is not a place of safety anymore. And when we have to do those journeys, what are the objects that we absolutely want to take with us, and what are the objects that we leave behind? We explain about our lost object, and then we explain about the object that is very dear to us.
What I lost was my very first engagement ring.
This is my glove that I had since I was a baby. And I always used to wear it everywhere I go.
When I was pregnant, I went to America, and this was the first thing that I purchased when I got there.
And I always ride them on the weekend, and today I was wearing them to school.
The thing that connects me and Demand is probably this photo. It's taken a couple of hours after she was born. Not much makes me happy, but that does.
Say you had to migrate to somewhere, and then you left your special item. You feel sad. Are we getting our lost object? So then we know how they feel.
I feel empathy for the people that migrated because lots of people are fighting and they might have wished that they can still live where they are.
So this is my book that I lost.
If they haven't seen it before, they don't laugh. It makes me quite comfortable and calm. We had to pick one from our group and then we had to make a little performance of it.
Shall we get Samantha steals the teddy on the roller skate?
Yeah. I like it because before I was shy, now I'm not. It was fun because then instead of people telling you what to do, you just got to be creative and make up your own play.
He was listening to my instructions, which is very rare.
I felt a bit sad first, thinking about what I'd lost. But it was really nice listening to other people's story.
I'm going to give 3 images about migration. And then we have to make it into a little piece of drama that shows our interpretation. Where do you think they are fleeing from?
So they had to make a tent outside and wait till they opened the border.
Now when people travel from Syria,
Immigrants.
refugees.
What bit do we want to represent?
The story of them escaping.
With just a few props, and create some powerful scenes, and it just makes you think about refugees and war-torn countries.
It was down to them. They wouldn't be in these positions. They would be happy in their homes with their families and their communities.
So it's been quite touching.
It really does bring it home because we've had lots of fun, but then you really start to think about what we're trying to explore, and it becomes really real.
Although the refugee stories are very kind of often quite extreme stories, that they showed to us a pathway back to being better human beings.
This is a song, a welcome song, Welcome to the World from Ghana.
We seek to help schools represent and celebrate the diversity of the United Kingdom and use stories from refugees as a starting point.
Ubuntu is really the essence of humanity, meaning that we cannot exist as human without others. And in many ways we can see that is through families, through education.
The legacy starts with reminding teachers of those ideals that they entered teaching with.
All the schools that subscribe to this project are going to be part of the global learning network. They are going to adopt the education in a diverse UK pack.
How do you take these basic principles of Ubuntu into the curriculum? What does trust look like in a mathematical context? How does community relate to science? The resource itself is an attempt to answer that question. We provide a whole lot of resources, photographs and maps, lesson plans, reminding teachers, yes, that we can plan that in.
These people, so our staff, our parents, our children, literally do have the power to change their lives and other people's. And Exodus has been a chance to do that.